Well, he wasn't very bright, so I sold him my Christmas tree that I couldn't take to my new residence when I sold my house. And it had 4,000 lights or something of that nature. So it's really made him very bright now.
Corey was very mature for his age, even starting out, even family vacations at 8 or 9. And we might have had the little Garmin, but he still printed his own maps. He had his directions made, and Dad, you gotta go this way, and we're 20 miles from this sort of thing. Very organized, very knew what he wanted, I guess.
I'm really just proud of Corey every day. I know how hard he works. He loves real estate. I think he loves being the real estate board president. He's super hardworking. He loves helping people, and I'm just proud of him every day. Like, he's gonna die when he sees me on this and think, what is she doing? Because it's not me at all.
Watching Corey being the board president over the last couple of years, and as you know, I've done that previously, I think our roles may have changed a little bit. He was deeply involved, probably more than I ever was, and I've seen him grow because of it, learning, making decisions, and he's done a very good job.
When I joined the board and looked around the table, Corey was the youngest person at that table, and I just couldn't believe the amount of knowledge and the amount of passion a guy had at that age. I hope more young leaders step forward and follow the path that he took.
Corey definitely puts his heart and soul into real estate, into being the board president. He loves it, and he doesn't want to let anyone down. He loves people. He loves pleasing people. He's a big leader.
I think his leadership style has been steady. It's been evolutionary. You know, the one thing that I certainly think he's more comfortable with is disclosing he's a Montreal Canadiens fan. And that is an issue with me, but that's probably not an issue with the board of directors.
Well, I would say that his greatest weakness is probably being a Montreal Canadiens fan. He's going to have to bear through that. He may have to change teams eventually, but for now, we'll let that go as a pass.
Corey's biggest flaw is that he doesn't take me to lunch enough. And pay, of course.
I really like Corey's leadership style. He's very calm, he's relaxed, he has great ideas, and I find he just moves things forward really well and has made some really great impacts with the board over the last 2 years.
Corey, as a leader, I think anyone that knows Corey knows that he's there to help people. He cares about people, he wants to see people succeed, and he's truly a mentor to anybody that meets him.
Working with Corey over the last few years on the board, he's just the type of guy that you can't help but like. He's honest, he's sincere, he cares, he respects everybody around him, and he's just there because he wants to give back, and I really appreciate that in him.
Corey has meaningfully helped with our mission through his commitment to fiscal stewardship. That's one of the things he's done on a consistent basis. Being on our finance committee, he does make sure that, for example, our strategic plan aligns with our financial plan. So that's one of the things that I think he brings. He's got a real eye for numbers, and it's been a big asset provincially.
How much has he learned from me? That's a tough question, really. I've learned from him, by the way, too. And so I've given him a lot of history stuff that helped him probably, but he's given me a lot of computer technology that I didn't have. Okay, still don't have.
I can tell you that, if you're gonna be a president, you've got to have the ability to have real meaningful relationships with people, and to be approachable and be able to not worry about so much what people are going to think, and be able to make those changes for the greater good of the entire board.
What I think young leaders can learn from Corey is that by giving back, you get so much in return. And that's every generation of volunteers. I believe that by giving back, you get so much more in return, either through networks, either by just learning. the overall learning by being at a senior decision-making role like he is as a volunteer. So I think that's the biggest thing. If you give the time, you will get rewards, intangible and tangible.
Corey's been the kind of president that might surprise you, because usually to ascend to a role in leadership, usually somebody's got a bit of an outgoing type A driven personality. But Corey's different. He's got a personality that's much more laid back. He is pretty much, as far as I can tell, egoless and just a really pleasant human being.
I think COVID had affected Corey's term as president. He would have liked to have been more personal and in front of people, and this certainly kept him away. I know the HGM coming up, he would have liked to have that in person. So
I'd like to thank Corey for the last 2 years. Being president through COVID was not an easy task. He stepped up and kicked ass. I am so proud of what he's accomplished, and I'm looking forward to him as the past president for the next 2 years to be around the table with people and not in a Zoom call.
Corey, I just wanted you to know that I love you and I'm so proud of you every day.